Everyone, welcome to the Revere High School Building Committee meeting number 62. Today is Wednesday, May 1st, 2024. The time is 5:32 p.m. Brian, if you would like to take the roll call, please.
Sounds good. Michael Picardi.
Here.
Thank you. Stacy.
She's waving that she's here.
Yes, I'm here.
Here
That
she
counts.
is.
Yep. Susan.
Here.
You're here. Dr. Kelly.
Here.
Carl.
Here.
Christopher Bowen.
I'm here.
Sounds good. I don't see Rich. Oh, I do see Rich. Rich Viscay.
Here.
Perfect. Thanks. Dawn.
Here.
Nick.
Here.
Mayor Keefe.
Here.
Tom Skorowski told me he's going to be absent. I don't see him. John Stimatopoulos.
I'm here.
Councilor Cogliandro.
Here.
Don Martelli told me he's going to be absent, and I don't see him either. And Joshua Miranda.
Here.
Excellent. Thanks. We have a quorum. And we'll proceed. Sorry, Susan, I saw you talking. Are you talking to someone else?
Excuse me, sorry. Just for public recording, and information, we did identify the 508 number as Joe Lewin before we started recording, so I just want that to be on record for the public.
Okay. Sounds good. We don't have a lot to go through tonight. I'm gonna, as I said in the email I sent earlier, first off, just apologies that the minutes and the invoices didn't get out in the in a timely manner. That slipped through the cracks on me. We're gonna push that housekeeping towards the end of the meeting. So if anybody does want to have a few minutes to click through them, that's fine. And I am going to start with a general update. So we're going to sort of skip to agenda item 4. I am happy to report that we've gone through the MSBA schematic design approval cycle. We have been to a facilities assessment subcommittee meeting. We have done a project scope and budget meeting. And last Wednesday, the project attended the MSBA board meeting where they approved the project to move forward into basically the rest, everything that's yet to come. So the ball is now officially in the City of Revere's court to vote the project. We are going to be attending a meeting this coming Monday with the council, where we will share the couple of slides that we'll show you tonight that I emailed to the committee. There's some good news on the reimbursement front there. And that will then move towards a bond hearing on May 20th. So there's some process and protocol associated with that, advertisements, etc. That is all set up. May 20th will be the big date to move the project forward at the council level. And we are going to have our next building committee meeting 2 days after that on Wednesday, I'm pretty sure it's the 22nd, but just so I don't misspeak, let me look. Wednesday, the 22nd, we plan to meet again. At that meeting, I want to do sort of a brief recap. That's the meeting where we intend to have final invoices for the feasibility study, the $4.3 million budget we've been working under. And also present contract amendments for Left Field, Consigli, and Perkins Eastman to move forward for the rest of the project. So we'll have those contract amendments out to you the week before, so you can look through them. What I'll tell you now is they're all going to be in alignment with the budget that's already been approved. It's just the next formal step for the building committee to extend the 3 consultants' contracts into the future project that will be approved on the that is up for approval on May 20th. So quickly, I'm going to put on the screen. Sorry, I just want to try to not lose track. I sorry. Yeah, comment, Mayor Keefe.
Thank you, Mr. Brian Dakin. I just wanted to also bring up the some of the things that from the city side and from the finance side that we're preparing for, that we have been preparing for, as this is going to vote in May. Well, it's May now, so that's great. Is MSBA, one of the questions that they had as a lender, or as a person offering money, their big questions, like, giving this much amount of money, was how are we going to pay for it? And we had to articulate and talk about the funding plans and what we're looking to do to make sure that the city can afford this big project. Obviously, that went through the muster with the MSBA and their staff and their team, and they were very favorable on the project, and so we're excited about that. The next side is this city council is going to be asked. They have asked the same question. So I know Rich has prepared some documentation that he's going to share with the council for the next council meeting, but wanted to state while members are on the call, if people have concerns or questions about the funding sources and how we intend as a city to afford the project, we have a lot of documentation, and we're putting a presentation together. For the 20th vote in advance, we have all these 20 days to answer as many questions as we can. I know council president's on as well. I did want to specify, though, our leader in the finance world in the city of Revere is not available on the 20th. He's going to miss out on a historic day, but he has allowed himself fully available up until then. So just to make sure everyone is aware that he unfortunately can't be there, but he will be leading up till then, very accessible. Okay.
Excellent. Thanks, Mr. Mayor. And I do see Rich's hand up.
Yeah. Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. And thank you, everybody. Yeah, if you're really bored tonight after this meeting, you can check out the agenda for Monday night, which shows a pretty comprehensive 10-year financial forecast along with debt schedules for the general fund and the water and sewer fund that tie to that, as well as a 25-slide presentation on fiscal year 25 budget, as well as just the financial forecast that will try to help people better understand what we're up against and how we're going to try to finance this project. With that, I also did put forward the cover letter for the bond authorization, which will call for a public hearing on the 20th before the final vote. I am unfortunately out of the state on the 20th. Maybe it's a good thing I won't be there for the vote. Maybe not, but it will. I think on the 6th will be a pretty interesting council meeting. I'm sure there's going to be lots of questions about the forecast, about the assumptions on revenues and expenses and everything that's leading up to this. But I think that, with the mayor and the council working together and the school committee and the superintendent, I believe that we will succeed in getting this done within the budget of the vote that will be before the council. So like the mayor said, I will be available. I'm sure after the 6th, there'll be a lot of follow-up questions for all the councils that are out there, or anyone else who may have some questions. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. But you will see in the forecast that some of the years are looking they're in deficit, and then some of the years they're in surplus, and that all kind of speaks to the ebbs and flows of different expenses and assumptions. And the more people that look at it and question it, the better. I do my best to try to make that as realistic as possible. But that's that's where we're at right now, and I just wanted to update the committee here that there is a large presentation on Monday night that should really help pave the way for the vote on the 20th. Thank you.
Thank you, Rich. And I just saw a quick question from John Stamatopoulos. What is the time of the Monday council meeting?
We have subcommittee at 5, and then the full meeting is at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
The public hearing is on the 20th.
The voting will be done on the 20th.
When's the public hearing? When's it open to the public for comment?
The 20th. But you're welcome to speak.
Okay.
You're welcome to speak on the 6th.
I think typically the public hearing start at 6 o'clock.
I know. Yeah, I know there'll be 150 questions probably directed at Rich, and if he's not there, I don't know if there's any opportunity to have any of that done on the 6th hopefully that's open
I
for
have it
dialogue
on
as
good
well.
authority. You'll be able to speak, John.
Yeah, I think on the 6th, there'll be a lot of questions on the slides and the forecast. And hopefully by the
Sure.
20th, people have made up their mind on whether they're going to vote in the affirmative or not. But I think the 6th will be a critical meeting to really walk through all the assumptions and the questions. So I'll be ready.
Thank you.
Excellent. And one more item I did want to put out there is I mentioned board approval. The board meeting went really well. MSBA had nothing but good things to say about this project moving forward. And the meetings don't always go like that. So it was really nice to hear their feedback and in support of the project. So I'm going to
Can I just make
Go
a
ahead,
quick
Dr.
note
Kelly.
on the 6th? The mayor and I have contract negotiations with the teachers union. So hopefully I at least will be able to get to the meeting maybe a little bit after 6. I'll get there as soon as I can. I'll do my best, but just a note for people.
I'm estimating that the presentation itself is going to be about 45 minutes to an hour. It's 25 slides, and even at 2 minutes a slide, that's almost 50 minutes. So hopefully, if you get a chance to check it out and you have any questions beforehand, let me know. But hopefully you'll be there in time for all the Q&A.
Dr.
Perfect.
Kelly,
Thanks. That's helpful.
if I may, just with some time issues here, we will not get to the presentation right at 6. We do have some award ceremonies. We have subcommittees to go over, and then the communication. So if you show up like 6:30, I think you should be fine.
Very
Perfect.
good.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Sounds good. So some good news from the MSBA. I'm going to share my screen here. Let me find the right. And of course, I shared the wrong screen. Sorry, 1 second. Let's try this once more. You'd figure I'd know the Zoom stuff by now. Okay. So, really simple, really high level. 2 boxes on the screen here. The box in the middle that says pre-SD was the budget that we presented to this committee and to the City Council on January 8th. The box on the right, circled in red, are the results of going through this all for the last month with MSBA. Long story short, the budget is the same. And as a reminder, this is just the new project. This does not include the $4.3 million feasibility study, which is already funded, and it does not include the $29.5 million land acquisition, just in case anybody's looking at old slides. So this is the new project that's getting voted on for funding. The good news is the MSBA grant came back $4.7 million higher than we anticipated it to. So same overall budget, 4.7 million more in reimbursement, which drives down the projected Revere share by that same $4.7 million. Other than Rich's detailed presentation, we're going to go through this Monday at the council. And then the council's job is to ultimately, on the 20th, this is the motion that ultimately will be ordered on the 20th. This has gone back and forth between City Hall's bond council, MSBA legal department. Everybody signed off on the wording. And we do not need motions out of this committee. This committee's already done their job in picking the option, approving schematic design, allowing us to submit it. But this motion has gone in with the packet to the city council. We will show it on Monday, but this is the motion for May 20th.
And Brian, just to be clear, I sent the same bond order language on a separate cover letter and document, so they'll see it twice, once in your slide, but the actual loan order is also attached to my communication to the council.
Excellent, Rich. Thank you. So I'm going to just preview a little bit again. We're going to come back to the meeting on the 22nd, this committee. We're going to have some busy work to do to approve contract amendments. And then we'll do a little, we'll do a look ahead, which we'll continue doing sort of every month, but design development, the next phase of the project, we've always had slated to sort of officially start on June 1, but I can assure you we'll be diving into this in the days following the council approval. And the next meeting here for us will be a little bit of a schedule recap, a schedule look ahead, and we'll be kicking a lot of the working groups that we've previously talked about into gear. We've still been working behind the scenes in terms of keeping the permitting path moving forward, and we'll present a more comprehensive update of how that's all laying out and what the next number of months will entail at our next meeting on the 22nd. That's pretty much most of the MSBA business and project update. I just wanted to pause and see if there was anything anybody wanted to comment on there. Rich, I think that's an old hand up, but if you have anything else, let us know. If not, the only other items we want to backtrack tonight will be meeting minute approval for March 27th. If there's any questions on those minutes, I'd say speak them now. If not, we'd look for a motion to approve the meeting minutes for March 27th, 2024.
And Brian, I'm just wondering, where folks got those later in the evening, if anybody on the school building committee feels like they need a few minutes to review those before a vote, we could maybe take a couple minutes now. They're very brief because it was a short meeting like this one. But if people wanted to take a couple of minutes, people who were at the meeting wanted to take a couple of minutes before voting, we could do that now. I got a chance to look at them. I don't know if everybody else did.
And they are on the screen. Just as a recap, we approved minutes. We approved invoices. Those are all the invoice and talked roster update. And we approved the additional site investigations over at Wonderland.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Me and Susan. Michael, I think I noticed that you were absent from this meeting. Yes, so I think it's an abstain for you, Michael. I'll come back to that. Stacy? On approval of the meeting minutes? I'm trying to find Stacy on the side of my screen here.
She's still here. I see
Do you need everyone to vote to approve
Yes,
the
I'm
meeting?
sorry. Yes.
I thought we did need, we've been doing roll calls, but
We need a roll call because we're on a virtual meeting.
Yes.
Oh, I know, but okay. I was saying, I thought it was just a second to approve the meeting minutes, considering everybody on it may not have been there, but let's go for it.
okay. Susan,
Yes.
Dr. Kelly,
Yes.
Carl,
Yes.
Christopher Bowen,
Yes.
Rich,
Yes.
Dawn,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
Mayor Keefe.
Yes.
Good, thanks. Tom is absent. John,
Yes.
Councilor Cogliandro,
Yes.
Don Martelli is absent, and Josh Miranda, I think, was absent from that meeting as well, so I'll note and abstain. Sounds good. Next, we have 3 invoices. These, we really, as I noted earlier in the meeting, we will clean up last invoices for the $4.3 million feasibility study and just do a little review of the money we did and didn't spend within that $4.3 million at the next meeting. So second to last invoices. Any questions on left field invoice 38 in the amount of $21,000? If not, we'd entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second,
Thank you. Michael,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Susan,
yes.
Dr. Kelly,
Yes.
Carl,
Yes.
Christopher,
Yes.
Rich,
Yes.
Dawn,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
Mayor Keefe,
Yes.
Tom Skorowski is absent, John Stamatopoulos,
Yes.
Councilor Cogliandro,
Yes.
Don Martelli is absent, Joshua Miranda.
Yes.
Thank you. Next invoice Perkins Eastman services for March, $83,067.20.
Motion to approve Perkins Eastman for $83,067.20.
Second,
Sounds good. I just wrote your names backwards. Michael,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Susan,
yes.
Dr. Kelly,
Yes.
Carl,
Yes.
Christopher,
Yes.
Rich,
Yes.
Dawn,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
Mayor Keefe,
Yes.
Tom is absent, John Stamatopoulos,
Yes.
Councilor Cogliandro,
Yes.
Don Martelli is absent, Joshua Miranda.
Yes.
Sounds good. Next, Consigli Construction Pre-Con invoice number 15, $25,440.
Motion to approve Consigli for $25,440.
Second,
Thank you. Michael,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Susan,
yes.
Dr. Kelly,
Yes.
Carl,
Yes.
Christopher, Chris Bowen, did we lose you?
Nope, I'm here. I was having trouble unmuting. Yes.
Sounds good. Thanks. Rich,
Yes.
Dawn,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
Mayor Keefe,
Yes.
Tom Skorowski absent, John,
Yes.
Councilor Cogliandro,
Yes.
Don Martelli is absent, Joshua.
Yes.
Thank you. All three motions pass. That's all the business we have tonight. I think we'll do a public comment, name and address for the record. If there is any, I'm going to scan through the Zoom, look for hands. Last call, public comment. I do not see any hands raised. Okay, we'll close public comment. Any new business from the committee? Do not see any hands. Look for a May 22nd Zoom invite and agenda. And as noted, we will get the contract amendment packages out to you the week before. Otherwise, we'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
Excellent. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.